Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. If you're watching the replay, good morning, good afternoon. I am so glad to be live with y'all on tonight because I have been charged with sharing this word with you all. I did not plan on going live tonight. I did not wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to go live today and we are going to speak about knowing your name and changing the game. But as I was walking today, I had a conversation that brought some things to my remembrance, and I just felt a yearning. I felt a strong pull to go live and share some things with you on tonight. So, if this is your first time watching me live, my name is Terry Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist. I specialize in helping business owners build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million dollar legacies. Okay, so let me go ahead and let people know that I am live because this is good. This is going to be so good, and I don't know who needs to hear this on tonight, but I want to make sure that people know that I'm live. So give me just a moment. I didn't prepare to go live. It's just one of those things that I got to do. Have you ever like had this notion like you got to get this done? Hello to Celso Norberto. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. So let me go ahead and make this known that I am live because this is something somebody needs. So I had to go live. I see I got a couple of people watching, but I can't see who all the people are that are watching. But I want to say good evening, and I want to say that I specialize in helping business owners attract abundance and retire wealthy. Now, in short, I'm an insurance broker. I help you with your retirement plans. I'm a business coach. I'm a speaker. I'm a conference host. I am an MC. I do all the things, right? Well, not all the things. Let me back up. No, I don't. I got a team now. Oh, bless his name. I have a team now, but I do those things. Those are my titles. But I feel like in life we have titles, and then we have assignments, and then we have gifts. And one of my gifts is I am a teacher. I have been gifted to teach. I have been called to teach. I have taught eighth grade science. I teach in my business. I teach my clients. Like when people book me to speak, they book me to speak because they know I am going to teach. So, with all those titles, insurance broker, women's wealth strategist, and all the other entrepreneur, CEO, founder, conference host, all those things, you can call me teacher. You can call me teacher. So I want to speak to y'all tonight because again, as I was walking, I was having a conversation. And for those of you who don't know, my sister is in medical school and she is going to be a doctor. Now, I don't know if any of you are medical school students or if you are in the medical field, if you've ever studied to become a doctor, a lawyer, or anything that requires more than 4 years worth of schooling. You have all these tests, you have all these things that you have to do in order to be able to work in your profession, right? Do I have anybody? If you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, if you've had to go through intense studying, intense physical preparation, maybe you were in the military, go ahead and drop that in the comment section. And also, I don't know where you are tuning in from. So go ahead and put in the comment section where you're tuning in from tonight. Are you tuning in from Dallas, Texas? Are you tuning in from Memphis, Tennessee? Are you tuning in from Dubai? Are you tuning in from St. Lucia? Are you tuning in from Africa? I want to know where you are tuning in from because apparently people are watching me internationally. So I'm curious to know where are you tuning in from. So let me tell you this. So she was speaking about with this being her how this being her last year in school, there are some things that are a little bit more difficult. And I was encouraging her and I was like, it's going to be fine. You have to walk and know that everything is going to work out just fine. I said, do you know your name? Do you know what your name means? Because I know for me, when I had my toughest seasons, I reminded myself of what my name meant. So I'm going to tell you all what my name means, and then I'm going to tell you what her name means and how that led me to Jeremiah 1 and 5 on tonight. Jeremiah 1 and 5. So I'm speaking to her and I was like, my name. I said, you know what my name means? She was like, no. I said, my name actually means reaper. It means harvester. So in my downtimes, in my seasons in which I feel like I'm being forgotten about, I feel like I may be left behind, I feel like I'm not given what I am due, I remember my name. My name means harvester. It means reaper. It means the one who sows all those good seeds. So that's why who sows all those good seeds will reap those good seeds. So I know that in the midst of me not understanding everything that happens in my life and the way things happen in my life, I am confident in my name. And because I'm confident in my name, the game has changed. I don't get discouraged like I used to. My feelings don't get hurt like it used to because I know my name. I know who I was called to be, and I am called to be a harvester. That's why I go into spaces and I go into rooms and I teach people how to attract abundance, and I teach people how to plant seeds and go in and be disconnected from the outcome. Don't be so anxious about what is going to happen. How is this going to work out? That is not your job. That is God's job. It is your job to plant the seed and you're going to reap the harvest. So again, in those times in which I got discouraged, or the enemy tried to tell me like, you don't have this, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, you're wasting your resources, you're wasting your love, you are going to reap a great harvest because your name is harvester, Terry. Terry means one who harvests, and it's harvest time. It is harvest time. It is not just the year of abundance, it is harvest time. So I'm telling her, this is what my name means. But I said, you know what? Let me look up your name. Let me see what your name means. Because I looked up what my name meant when I was in school, like when I was in high school, and it stuck with me. It stuck with me, but it hits a little differently now. And by the way, as I'm speaking, if you know somebody needs to hear this information, I'm going to recommend that you tag them on this video. Even if they're watching the replay, if you know that this is good and this is something that someone needs to hear, you go ahead and you tag them on this video because somebody needs these words of encouragement on tonight. So again, I remembered my name. And when I remember my name, the game changed. I said, oh, my name is Harvester. So I will not get weary in well doing. I am not going to worry about what doesn't look like I want it to look like, because I know it's going to work out the way it's supposed to because my name is Harvester. That's what I do. I harvest. I reap great benefits. I reap rewards. I harvest I have a great harvest, and I harvest because of all the good seeds that I sow. So I won't worry about today. I won't worry about tomorrow. Some of y'all know your girl is single. You know your girl is single. And even in those moments where I'm like, well, Lord, where's my king? I feel like Adam. Wait, remember me now. I am reminded that my name means harvester. And so I am going to reap all the great things that I have sown. My name means harvester. So I asked my sister, I said, have you ever looked up what your name means? And she was like, y'all, the first thing I saw, the first word I saw when I looked it up was open. Now, when I said open, I said, oh my gosh, your name means open. She was like, well, that's not it. I think it means something like new beginnings. I'm like, hold on. We're not going to skip the first word that comes up. Your name means to open. Now, let me tell y'all what my sister's name is. Do y'all want to guess what my sister's first name is? Do you want to guess what her name is? That means to open. Her name is April. April means to open. My sister is going to be a surgeon. hold on, wait a minute. Let me say it again. Her name means to open. She is going to be a surgeon. While I'm speaking, I'm going to encourage you and I'm going to challenge you to look up, what does your name mean? What does your name mean? Her name means to open. It means blossoming, opening, new beginnings, new life. I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, do you not realize that before you got your name from our mom and our dad, your name was meant to be April because you were meant to be a surgeon. It does not matter what obstacles you have to overcome. If you're meant to be a surgeon, you're meant to be a surgeon. And because your name is April, because your name means open, oh yes, y'all, it gave me so much excitement. I'm walking my neighborhood. I just was like, ooh, that's it. That's it. So I am here on tonight to remind somebody that you need to know your name. You need to know your name. And when you know your name, that is what's going to change the game. See, she can walk a little bit bolder. She can walk straighter, knowing her name is April. I said, your name is Dr. Open. Your name is Dr. Open because you were meant to be a surgeon long before I saw you with my eyes when I was 3 years old. Long before the doctor saw you, long before our mother and our father saw you with the physical eyes, your name was already April. Your name was meant for you because you were destined to be a surgeon. We didn't know that, y'all. When my sister was like 5 years old, I think she wanted to be like a police, I think at 5. I was like, you don't want to be a police officer. By the way, shout out to all the police officers. So you don't want to be a police officer? She was like, I want to be a police when I grow up. But the truth of the matter is she wasn't meant to be a police officer. She was meant to be a surgeon. And on tonight, I was able to show her your name is evident that you're going to be a surgeon. You are meant to be a doctor because of your name. And as I'm speaking to my sister, I couldn't help but be reminded of Jeremiah 1:5. And then when I said Jeremiah, wait a minute. God said, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. So let me tell y'all what it says. Let me tell y'all what it says. Because I know I'm here because somebody needs to hear this on tonight. And I felt a tug like, you need to go live. You need to go live. You shared with your sister words of encouragement, but there's somebody else that needs to hear that. You need to go live. So I said, okay. And so I want to turn your attention to Jeremiah 1. We're going to read verse 4 first. Okay, it says, then the word of the Lord came to me saying, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Y'all, I'm trying not to cry because there's such a strong word. There's such a strong feeling that I have right now about how these words have jumped off this paper and jumped into my heart and jumped into my soul on this night. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Christian McCrae Stewart is one of our speakers at the Attract Abundance Conference. She is pregnant right now. Her baby is already known by God. The baby isn't even here yet. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. I ordained you a prophet to the nations. This is what God said to Jeremiah. Then Jeremiah said, oh, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a youth. He said, oh, God, that sounds all good, fine, and dandy, but I can't do all that. I'm too young. You're talking to the wrong one. I can't do all that. I can't speak. He said, for I am a youth. But then in verse 7, it says, the Lord said to me, do not say, I am a youth, for you shall go to all to whom I send you. And whatever I command you, you shall speak. Do not be afraid of their faces, for I am with you to deliver you, said the Lord. In verse 9, then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth and said to me, behold, I have put my words in your mouth. See, I have this day set you over nations and over kingdoms. Somebody who's listening to this live, or on the replay need to understand that you don't have to be afraid. Somebody knows that they have had dreams, they've prayed to the Lord, they've interceded, they've lived their best life, but they are still fearful of what people are going to say about them, what people are going to see when they show up. They're not showing up like they need to because of fear. God said, I already gave you the words. I know who you are. I know who you are. I don't want to hear that you're young. I don't want to hear that you're not qualified. I don't want to hear that. I know who you are. Before you were even born, I knew you. I didn't just know you. I knew you, like for real, like the real you, not the you that's in the body, in the flesh with all the blood running through your veins. No, I knew you, like the real you, the you that nobody sees, the you that the real you. I knew you long before your name was whispered in a delivery room, long before your name was written on a birth certificate. God already knew your name. Do you know your name? My name is Harvester. I am one who harvests. It is what it is. That's what it is. That's my name. That's my name. My sister, her name is April. Open. She was meant to be a surgeon. When I was a little girl, like, oh my gosh, I wish I had a little sister. God already knew her name was going to be April. Long before I knew her name was going to be April, because he knew he created her to be a surgeon. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Names carry weight. Names carry weight. It gives you a clue. It gives you an indication of what your true identity is, what your calling is, what your destiny is. It's not by chance that my name is Harvester. It's not, and I work in the financial services industry. It's not by chance that I teach women how to attract more abundance and retire wealthy. It's not by chance that I've been planting all these seeds over the last few years, and all of these seeds are ready, right? It's harvest time. It's not by chance. It's not by chance. So if you are having a moment where you're struggling with who you are meant to be, I want you to go back to what's your name. Know your name. Know your identity. What did God say? What did he tell you? Who are you meant to be? We're not accidents. None of us are accidents. Stop saying, I was an accident. My mom didn't mean to have me. My daddy and them, they didn't mean to have me. Stop saying that. Stop saying that, because you're not an accident. Hi, Lisa. Good evening. You are not an accident. You were not born on accident. You were not created on accident. Your mother didn't give you birth on accident. You're not an accident. Know your name and change the game. God said, no, that's what he said to me. And I'm telling you, know your name and change the game. God said to Jeremiah, before you were born, I sanctified you. He said, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, which is an indicator that you are already a person. You are a whole soul before you got put into your mother's womb. Hey, Lisa, good evening. You're a whole soul, a whole person with a name. So I say this on tonight. I want you to stay encouraged. I want you to stay encouraged. I want you to be uplifted. I want you to understand that I know for some of us, 2025 is the best year ever. And for other people, 2025 is looking like no other year you've had before. Maybe you've been forced into early retirement because your job let you go. Maybe you've been forced to be a single parent now, maybe because you became a widow or you've gone through a divorce. But guess what? Guess what? I'm encouraging you on tonight to know your name and remember your name. Now, as I speak about the babies, I'm going to end with this. If you are in the Dallas area and you are a businesswoman and you want to talk about being moms of millionaires, in honor of Mother's Day, on Friday, you can have lunch with me on Friday. Okay, at 12 p.m., meet me in Rockwall, Texas at Giovanni's. Okay, and if you are interested in having lunch with me, let me just go ahead and put my link here. Put my link here going across the screen. You can go to Eventbrite. You can register. It's free. Doesn't cost you a dime. Lunch is on your own. But again, it's me and a group of affluent, to be honest, affluent mothers speaking about becoming moms of millionaires, having generational wealth be the standard. Like that's the entry point. Like it's not a mountain that we gotta climb. Like no, generate building generational wealth. Like that's the standard, right? And we want to talk about how to be moms of millionaires, how to make sure that our children have access to millions, how to make sure that they understand what millions really are, how to manage millions, how to multiply millions. What can we do as mothers, as leaders, as rich aunties? Because I don't have any children, to make sure that we are doing the right things for the next generation. And then, of course, if like we're moms of millionaires and rich aunties of millionaires, like we want to make sure like we're building wealth for ourselves too. Okay. So again, you can meet me on Friday. And I know some of you have been watching me for some time, and I still get asked about the $1 million baby strategies. I do still offer the $1 million baby strategies. And if you are interested in having a strategy call, it is free. It costs you $0.00. I'll show you some strategies. I'll show you how it works. I'll go ahead and put that link going across the bottom of the screen. You can book a time to meet with me. It only takes 15 minutes, okay? Only takes 15 minutes. I'll show you how it works. And if you like it, great. And if you don't, then that's fine too. But remember your name. I am getting ready to sign off. And if you found this to be good, I want you to say so in the comment section. If you found this to be educational, motivational, or inspirational, go ahead and drop those words in the comment section of this live. And again, tag someone or share this with someone who needs to hear on tonight that if you know your name, if you know what God has called you, if you know who God has called you to be, it can really change the game. And then truthfully, let me not mention the other part of what I read. God said, don't be afraid of their faces, for I am with you to deliver you. Y'all know I love the story about the woman who sold the oil so she could get out of debt. Y'all know I love that story. Y'all know I love that story. You want to be delivered, you want to build financial freedom, you want to get out of debt, you want to get a new home, you want financial freedom. And whatever I command you, you shall speak. Your abundance is tied to your speaking, but you want to sit there and be quiet. It's time for you to open your mouth. He just said it. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Do not be afraid, because that's where you're going to get your deliverance from. Don't be afraid of what people are going to say to you about you. People talk about me all the time. I'm going to let them talk. Like, it is what it is. Talk about me. Talk about me, because I know my name. My name is Harvester. My name is Reaper. And before I was formed in my mother's womb, God knew me. God knew me intimately. He knew me so well that he was the one that named me. Yeah, he named me. See, the story goes like this. My mother gave my dad 2 or 3 names to choose from for me. I'm the firstborn, right? So she was like, her name could be this, or that. So my dad says he went to sleep one night. He saw a little girl. He was like, "Hi, little girl. What's your name?" And he said, the little girl said, "My name is Terry." And it's so funny because I'm like, that's what I always say. And he said, when he woke up, he told my mom, her name is Terry. I don't think that was a coincidence. That wasn't a coincidence. See, my mom gave him options. And my dad said her name is Terry, but I don't even know if they knew how directly how my name correlates with my purpose. I don't even know if they knew it, but I know it, and I know it now. And I see it, and I can't unsee it, and I can't unhear it. And so that's why I had to come on this live, on this internet, to tell you, know your name, it will change the game. God knew you before you were in your mother's womb, and he's telling you to speak. You are not too young. Some of you may think you're too old. You're not too old either. Yeah, I specialize in helping people with their retirement plans. There was a day and time when I thought that people were not going to want me to help them with their money, or people are not going to want me to help them with their retirement because I was young. I'm like, I'm too young. They don't want me to show them what to do with their 401k. I mean, they work 20, 30, 40 years for this money. Of course, they're not going to pick me. They're going to pick somebody with a salt and pepper beard over me because I'm too young. I'm too young. What you really want me to help people with retirement money and I'm in my 20s? It doesn't make sense to me. But the Lord said to me, do not say I am a youth, for you shall go to all to whom I send you. He's sending me places. He's sending me places to the people who are ready to hear what I am going to say. He's putting me in front of the people. He's putting me in rooms where I need to be so people can hear what I have to say so I can do what he told me to do. He's going to do the same for you. You just got to be obedient. Y'all, I could be here all night. My night has been made. My night has been made. I've been obedient. I went live. I told the people. And I thank you for watching this live. I'll see you all again soon. Have a blessed evening. Adios, everybody. Good night.